A girl was born without a muscle above her eye. She couldn't blink. Doctors lifted her eyelids and threaded a small sling under her skin, attached to her eyebrow muscle. When she raises her eyebrows, the sling pulls her eyelids open. When she relaxes, her eyelids shut, giving her a way to blink. But her eyes still look different, and growing up she was bullied until she shared her story online and finally found support. A goldfish was held over a tank as food, but it escaped into a drainage pipe, swimming to a filtration tank. Pitch black inside, it survived by eating scraps that passed through the filter for 7 years. It lived alone. When workers opened the tank, they found the goldfish, now 10 inches long. To honor it, they gave it a real tank where aquarium visitors could see the fish who escaped death. A woman's hat flew off while riding a roller coaster. Her husband climbed a fence to retrieve it, ignoring warning signs. He hurried beneath the tracks. Just as he reached for the hat, he heard the roller coaster above him. Before he could move, a rider's foot slammed into his head. People on the ride felt the impact but had no idea what happened. Park workers rushed to help, but it was no use. The man died an hour later. Walt Disney took a bite of a hot dog, counted his steps and tossed the wrapper on the ground. He watched other guests do the same. He found it was about 30 steps before someone would drop their trash. When he opened Disneyland and installed trash cans, he personally measured 30 steps between each one. So now when you walk through a Disney theme park, you'll find a trash can exactly when you need it. Metieron un cuerpo de 205 kilos en la cámara y prendieron fuego. La grasa se derritió y se prendió. Pedazos de grasa ardiente volaron por el sistema de ventilación y prendieron fuego al techo. Los trabajadores tuvieron que evacuar. Los bomberos llegaron y el techo ya estaba en llamas. Rocías una cucaracha alemana con veneno. Una enzima dentro de ella descompone el químico. El veneno no funciona. Si pone huevos, las crías heredan la protección. En meses toda la colonia resistente, nada las mata, solo pisarlas. Tiraban la lanza contra el escudo, el peso la clavaba. Si intentaban sacarla, la punta se enganchaba, no podían quitarla. El escudo pesaba, tenían que soltarlo, quedaban expuestos. Los soldados romanos los mataban con espadas. Si eres ciego, te pones unas gafas con cámara. Las imágenes pasan a un aparato en tu lengua. La lengua tiene muchos nervios, las descargas eléctricas hacen patrones. Tu cerebro aprende a interpretarlos como formas y objetos. Puedes caminar usando la lengua en vez de los ojos. A man was shot in the head, but the bullet grazed him and lodged in a tree. Over a decade later, he was cutting down that same tree. It was too thick, so he used dynamite. The explosion sent the old bullet flying, striking him in the head again, and this time it killed him instantly. The story first appeared in a newspaper in 1905, but there's never been any proof it's actually true. When you fled the machine, old documents, it shredded and soaked them. Once the paper turned mushy, it was spread thin, dried and rolled into toilet paper. But the machine cost 100,000, so you would need 200,000 rolls just to break even. That's probably why it never caught on. You might think shooting zombies is best, but you'll run out of ammo fast, and sound attracts attention. A crowbar cracks skulls, but is heavy and tiring. A baseball bat is lighter, but can splinter. Blunt force might not finish a zombie. Your best weapon is a good pair of running shoes to outrun zombies, or at least other humans. Place 2 boards on either side of a pipe and draw a straight line across the front of both. Push them together to connect the lines. Line a ruler ruler against each side of the pipe. To sketch a box around it, draw a diagonal line from one corner, repeat on the other side, creating an X in the center. Tie a string to a pencil, pin the other end to the X, and spin it to trace a perfect circle. Cut it out, and the boards will fit perfectly around the pipe. He embedded small magnets inside a surgically cut opening on his own fingertip. Magnetic dice stuck tightly against cup walls to land high winning rolls reliably. He cheated at gambling steadily for 40 years without getting caught by others. A doctor exposed his trick while removing embedded metal pieces during treatment. A stranger spotted an unusual discolored neck mole, likely signaling hidden skin cancer. She typed big warning words on her phone and pressed the screen against shop glass. The man checked with medical staff who removed malignant growth before it worsened. He helped locate the kind woman who earned a $10,000 scholarship reward. Blue bee abdomens around a round wheel while leaving their flight wings fully free. Set sweet honey close enough for insects to smell and spot the tasty food source. Bees scramble toward nectar and flat wings to spin the whole circular wooden wheel. Living bugs power the tiny revolving ride, similar to a small outdoor amusement wheel. Fit slightly bigger jewelry gradually to gently stretch healed ear piercing openings. Skin generates new tissue slowly to expand earlobes after incremental size upgrades. Rushing size changes tears delicate flesh and triggers painful inflamed infection wounds. Severe neglected damage may make heavy jewelry rip straight all the way through lobes. A tick bite gave her Lyme disease and left her bedridden for years. She got stung dozens of times by bees by accident. Surprisingly, her illness faded away. Experts believe bee venom killed the harmful bacteria, helping her recover step by step. Assassins use special umbrellas to attack from behind. A hidden mechanism shot poison pellets under the skin. The toxins spread through blood, shutting down cells and organs. The attacker left with the umbrella, leaving the victim to die alone. Old anti-robbery desk gear had a foot pedal. The desk flipped up as a shield, lifting a hidden gun. A rope pulled the trigger to fire at robbers while cash slid into a safe drawer. Poor aim and frequent misfires kept it from being widely made. A giant oyster can clamp its shell shut and trap you inside. Sticky mucus holds you tight and lack of air leads to suffocation. The oyster will cover your body with glossy layers over time, eventually turning you into a huge human-shaped pearl. Hey! His young son slipped and fell into a deep well with slippery vertical stone walls. All regular climbing attempts failed to smooth rock, offered no steady hand grips. The father carried the boy on his back and spread limbs wide to hug both well sides. He scaled step by step like a spider and safely pulled his child back above ground. A regular apartment block can only hold 20,000 people before structural collapse. To fit 8 billion humans, 100,000 super skyscrapers must be built together. The stacked tower stands 30,000 feet high with 12 vertical building layers. Upper floors hold thin, freezing air, require oxygen masks and massive heating power plants. Many people imagine foxes make cute domestic pets similar to ordinary pet dogs. Foxes spray strong skunk-like scented urine to mark every corner of indoor living space. Bored foxes tear furniture, chew wood, and escape over yard fences without strict training. Punishment triggers sharp biting attacks, so fox ownership stays banned in over 20 US states. Bite the marshmallow top open and press a piece of chocolate onto its sticky inner surface. Rotate the stick slowly over embers to melt chocolate evenly against warm marshmallow. Warm graham crackers beside the fire to add soft crisp texture to the finished treat. Sandwich the roasted marshmallow between crackers and pull the stick out for perfect s'mores. Hair was cut from a loved one's corpse, cleaned to remove dirt and oils, sorted by length and handed to a hair artist. The artist sketched an intricate design and carefully wove the hair with thin wire to create a beautiful piece of art. The mourning family displayed the framed piece as a memorial, a portrait made of hair. A special Joe was painted on his head, bandages and plaster laid on his face. Once dried, they filled it with more plaster, making a cast, scanned and combined with a digital picture for an exact replica. A skull design was inserted inside, carved down to show metal parts combined with CGI. The Terminator's face could strip away throughout the film, revealing the robots underneath. Movie magic, layer by layer. A soldier found a bowl of honey on the road and ate it as a snack. Other soldiers did the same. Soon they were vomiting a terrible diarrhea, acted drunk, barely able to stand. Bees had collected nectar from poisonous flowers, transferring toxins into the honey. The enemy left it there on purpose. Once the soldiers were weak, they attacked, killing hundreds, all thanks to honey. If you're wearing a backpack and get shot from 10 feet away, will you survive? It depends on what's inside. Against a standard 9mm handgun bullet, you'd need about 15 to 20 inches of stacked books, roughly 8 to 10 standard Bibles. But this is only a rough estimate, not a guaranteed way to stop a bullet. Your best bet is still not to get shot. People pump flammable gas into a squirrel burrow and lit a spark at the tunnel mouth. The gas blew up instantly, shock waves ripped through underground tunnels. Dirt and smoke shot out, and the blast force hurled the squirrel right out of its underground home. Lots of folks think all humans peeing in the Grand Canyon fills it fast. It holds 1.2 quadrillion gallons. 8 billion people only produce 4 billion gallons total. It would take over 800,000 years of non-stop urine to fill the whole canyon completely. Assassins use deadly umbrellas to kill targets, stabbing legs with the tip triggers, compressed air, shooting poison pellets under skin, toxins spread through blood, shutting down cells and organs. The killer fled with the weapon, leaving the victim to die alone. A greedy river dog spotted its reflection, holding what looked like bigger meat. It sprinted to steal the food, tumbled into the current and lost its own meat. It learned the hard way that blind greed makes you lose everything you already own. Stomping a pregnant spider can rupture its egg sac, releasing hundreds of tiny baby spiders that cluster together instantly and scatter all over the surrounding ground within seconds. Ants lace entrails with abdominal chemicals to guide nest mates to food. If they loop back onto their own trail, they form endless circular marches, marching non-stop until every ant collapses and dies of total exhaustion. Old plague treatment shaved live chickens and pressed them to infected swellings. People thought chickens drew poison out of sick patients, switching birds repeatedly. The method never worked. Countless chickens were pointlessly killed for this false cure. Workers bore holes in live bamboo, pour alcohol inside, plug the hole with chopstick wax. The liquor steeps in bamboo for months, absorbing plant flavor. The bamboo segment is harvested and sold as a natural single-use liquor bottle. Hey! Bodies rest curled in fetal pose inside biodegradable egg pods and get buried with the family pick sapling planted overhead. The pod decomposes, letting human nutrients nourish the tree. GPS tags replace tombstones so relatives can find the memorial tree whenever they want. A man digging his yard hit metal 6 inches under dirt. He first thought it was a fence post, then spotted a sword handle. Rust damaged the blade, yet experts confirmed it's a Civil War cavalry saber, buried in his backyard for more than 100 years. When floodwaters rise, climb to your attic for high ground. If water keeps climbing, the attic will trap you. Keep an axe stored up there. Once the room fills with water, chop through the roof to cut an opening and escape safely outside. Spy straps, special rubber overshoes to their boot soles, to fake footprints. Designs mimicked regular people or bears worn backwards, they reversed. Step direction, foes couldn't match tracks, making it impossible to track their movement trails. Tribal boys wear and stuffed woven gloves for 10 painful ritual minutes. Bullet and stings burn like hot coals with a nail jammed in your heel. Boys must dance through agony, holding back tears earns them the respected title of tribe warrior. Tonsil stones build up from trapped food scraps and dead throat cells. Most fall out naturally when you swallow a talkie at extra large hard lumps. Often need medical extraction instead of risky tweezer pulls at home. US troops plan to coat foxes in glowing paint and release them to scare Japanese soldiers relying on local supernatural folklore. The foxes licked the toxic paint and fell ill, so this psychological warfare trick was abandoned entirely. Civil War prisons dug a ditch boundary, named the deadline shade, and water sat just out of reach. Anybody part crossing the trench meant instant execution. The word now means due dates, yet our brains still register it as a deadly threat. If you tried cooking a chicken breast with a direct lightning strike, it would burn the outside completely while leaving the inside totally raw. Instead, use a tall rod to guide most lightning into the ground. With the small pot heating salt water, the warm water then cooks the chicken evenly all the way through. It's struck repeatedly. The cleverest Mongol general only recruited soldiers between 5'6" and 5'11". Archers leaned on horseback for accurate shots. Too short, they couldn't grip the horse. Too tall, they lost balance. Only average height gave stable leg grip and steady aim during battle. An old man put a magnet over his electric meter to cut bills. Older meters use a spinning metal disc. Faster spin meant more power used. A strong magnet slowed the disc by creating resistance, making the meter read much lower, slashing his electricity bill by nearly half. A farmer tricked his lazy sons with a fake treasure map marked X. They dug tirelessly in the sun all day, but found nothing. However, the tilled soil grew excellent crops. The sons finally learned the real treasure was the hard work and discipline they'd gained. A popular folk legend claims the soft pom-pom protected sailors' heads from low ship beam collisions. The real reason is to cover the loose thread nut left at the central top of traditional French caps. The small floppy decoration neatly conceals the rough fabric nut for a tidy uniform appearance. This simple design detail gradually became a classic feature of historic French naval headwear. The woman held a fitness tracker in her mouth before jumping into the swimming pool. She accidentally swallowed the device, bringing risks of battery leakage and internal tissue damage. Surgeons performed an operation to safely remove the intact tracker from her digestive tract. Amazingly, the bracelet kept recording steps, calorie consumption, and sleep data the whole time inside her body. A prankster stuck a sharp thumbtack on the woman's office chair as a harmless joke. The pin pierced her skin, transferring harmful bacteria bacteria into her bloodstream through the tiny wound. The infection spread rapidly all over her body and developed into life-threatening severe sepsis. Despite all emergency medical treatment, the victim could not survive the fatal blood poisoning. The stray bullet hit the man's head, yet he felt no obvious discomfort and continued partying normally. He even took a long-distance drive and swam without realizing he had suffered a gunshot wound. Days later, involuntary arm twitches prompted him to seek hospital medical examination. Doctors found the bullet had avoided all critical brain regions, leaving no permanent life-threatening damage. Stomping a pregnant spider can rupture its egg sac, releasing hundreds of tiny baby spiders that cluster together instantly and scatter all over the surrounding ground within seconds. Ants lace entrails with abdominal chemicals to guide nest mates to food. If they loop back onto their own trail, they form endless circular marches, marching non-stop until every ant collapses and dies of total exhaustion. Old plague treatment shaved live chickens and pressed them to infected swellings. People thought chickens drew poison out of sick patients, switching birds repeatedly. The method never worked. Countless chickens were pointlessly killed for this false cure. Workers bore holes in live bamboo, pour alcohol inside, plug the hole with chopstick wax. The liquor steeps in bamboo for months, absorbing plant flavor. The bamboo segment is harvested and sold as a natural single-use liquor bottle. Hey! Bodies rest curled in fetal pose inside biodegradable egg pods and get buried with the family pick sapling planted overhead. The pod decomposes, letting human nutrients nourish the tree. GPS tags replace tombstones so relatives can find the memorial tree whenever they want. A man digging his yard hit metal 6 inches under dirt. He first thought it was a fence post, then spotted a sword handle. Rust damaged the blade, yet experts confirmed it's a Civil War cavalry saber, buried in his backyard for more than 100 years. When floodwaters rise, climb to your attic for high ground. If water keeps climbing, the attic will trap you. Keep an axe stored up there. Once the room fills with water, chop through the roof to cut an opening and escape safely outside. Spies strap special rubber overshoes to their boot soles to fake footprints. Designs mimicked regular people or bears worn backwards, they reversed. Step direction, foes couldn't match tracks, making it impossible to track their movement trails.